Hello and welcome. If it's your first time here, and if it's you've been here before, I want to say welcome back. I am Umi Jua. We are clearing the energy from the deck, from the table, from the reader, and from you guys so that we can get very good energy and we don't have any residuals from other readings coming through. Okay, if I want you to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button for me as I am doing a reading for the collective. It will help me tap more into your energy, especially as time goes on and you tune in more and more to the channel. But I do want to say that most of my messages do turn out to be very specific. So if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Just go ahead and forward it to someone that you know who it may resonate with. And if you're just entertained, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button anyway, so that, again, I can tap more into your energy and you may get a specific reading at some point. All right. So right now we are infusing the cards with love, truth, and authenticity. We are infusing the cards with love, truth, and authenticity. And we are asking the collective that would tune in right now, what would you have them to know? What is the message that you would give at this time to 100, 1,000, 1 million, however many would need this message at this time? What would you have them to know? Love, truth, and authenticity. What would you have them to know? Getting some heavy energy coming through here. Very heavy. Whew. Wow. You've been struggling, my guy. Another reading for the masculine. Yeah, in my last reading, I was sharing how I've been getting a lot more readings for the masculine collective lately. And I was saying that I believe it's their turn now because somewhere around late 2021, 2022 and onward, the divine feminine were getting their messages, and they were getting lots of them. And but now I think it's time for the divine masculines, because they've had a chance to sit back and watch. They've had a chance to pick a side. I don't know if you know, but this is the time for feminine energy to rise in the world, in the atmosphere, in the universe. So the divine feminine had to get her messages first, because her energy is going to be what leads the collective going forward. Not necessarily females, but feminine energy. Okay. So, but now it's the men or the masculines during that time had, a chance to pick a side. And the ones who have either consciously chosen or subconsciously chosen, I think it's time for their messages to start coming through now. And that's not to say that I don't get readings for women. I get them all the time. I'm just surprised that I'm getting a lot of readings for the masculine as well. Okay, so this, wow. Wow. You are definitely in a power struggle right now. Mostly with yourself, but there is a woman here. Or a feminine energy. There is a feminine in your life that there's some conflict There's some conflict in this relationship. But you are definitely in, wow, you're just in a state. You're in this like this power struggle with yourself. It's like it's beyond anger. It's more than anger. It's resentment. It's very much, control, trying to assert your power, your dominance. There's a lot of like recklessness and rigidity and stubbornness. There's loss of emotional control, like there's manipulation, misuse of power. Like you are really struggling, battling with yourself. Yeah, there's a lot of competition, but I think it's coming from within, because with this Two of Pentacles and this Page of Pentacles, you have the ability to prioritize, to be balanced, there's ambition, there's time management, there's, skill development. So you have all that, but you're just completely in conflict, not just with her, but with yourself. This Death card reversed, like you're refusing to change. And you need to. You're very resistant and holding on. But then you have the Sun card here that's telling you that that's your only hope. Like that's your light. That's your positive in all of this that you're feeling, is simply to change. And I know that doesn't sound easy, but this aggression, this resentment, this is this your mother? This Queen of Pentacles? Who is this woman? Because I'm not getting that you guys are really close, but she's there. There's a lot of smothering and jealousy. So I don't know if she's a wife that you're estranged from, or if she's your mother, but you're mad. You're very angry. You're very angry about something, but you have Sun energy. This is your mother. This is your mother. Yeah. Yeah. Do you still live with her? She's self-centered. She's smothering. She's jealous. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of the mother wound here. But you have Sun, not just SON, but SUN energy. It's time for a rebirth. And when I say rebirth, I mean you've got to detach here, because there's death over here. But this is a rebirth card, okay? As is this one. This one is positivity, okay? But this is a chance for a new beginning. But you're resisting leaving this situation. Right now, this has gotten to be all that you know, but it's not what you really want. It's not what you really want. This is what you really want. To be the King of Cups. Emotionally balanced. Compassionate. Diplomatic. Controlled. But you want more balance in your life. You want more control over your life, right? And over yourself. You hate this situation, which is why this reading has come to you. You hate being this aggressive, mean, domineering person who loses control. You know, because you have so many qualities in you that you're not able to tap into. You know, you can't shine the light in you on anything, because this devil energy is just hovering and pushing through you. This card keeps jumping out, this star card. So you have the sun and the star card. There's much light in you, and they're both the King of Cups, the person that you want to be, is in between here. So this whole row is you. This row is the real you. All right? And when I say detach, I don't mean you have to be mean to her or, you know, just evil. But you've got to draw boundaries, and you've got to get out of, if you're living with her, yeah, here's the Hermit card. You've got to get away. You definitely got to get away. You've got to do some soul searching, some introspection, right? You've got to be willing to be independent and be alone. You know, whatever financial hold she has on you, you've got to find a way to cut ties. If you're going to work and you're having to give her all your money, that's another reason you're resentful. Right? Because a man with no money is a very mean man. If a man don't want to have nothing else, he want to have his money. And man, here's the moon card. You got the sun, the star, and the moon. This is why this devil energy is haunting you so bad. You are a light being. You are a light worker. You were sent here to bring light into the world. And all this devil energy is just sucking you under, because this is not your true nature. This, the sun, the moon, the star, is your true nature. The King of Cups, someone who's emotionally balanced. The moon balances the tides. Okay, the moon balances the tides. This is the true you. You are not meant to be smothered or you're meant to be basically alone, in the sense that you walk your own path. So, yeah. Here's the Magician. My goodness. Do you realize that you are more than what you've been living? What you've been putting yourself through? You are way, way more than that, sir. Way more. My goodness. The sun, the moon, the star, the Magician, the King of Cups. This is a spiritual awakening. This is why you're really battling so hard here, because you recognize the pull and the call. But you're fighting the awakening. I'm telling you, it's time for the divine masculine. It's you guys' turn. Everything you want is on the other side of awakening. You've got to get loving energy for women. You can't have hate energy for women, or dislike or disdain for women, especially stemming from mother wounds, and be able for this light to shine in your life. You've got to heal mother wounds. There's therapy, there's online, all kind of stuff on YouTube to help you get through this stuff. But these mother wounds have to be healed so that you can balance with the feminine energy that's rising in the earth. Okay? And once you get balanced with the feminine energy through love for the feminine, right? Love for the feminine energy, love for yourself, Love is the feminine side of you, okay? Not saying that you got to go, super soft or nothing, but love, compassion, tenderness, all those things have to rise at this point. Because if you do ever want real love with a woman in your life, the divine feminine collective are not accepting anything other than compassionate love, right? So the kind of woman that would be for you with this kind of energy that you have to have a divine feminine in order to be happy moving forward. And you won't be able to have that with this mother wound and all this aggression. Okay. But this right here is the most beautiful, beautiful light working heart that you have. This path is meant to be kind of lonely. Anyone who's gone through a spiritual awakening will tell you, no matter who you have in your life and no matter how much you know they love you, there's still this sense of just being one with yourself, one with everything. But there's a healthy detachment. I'll just say that. There's a healthy detachment. And so there's this always kind of feeling, alone. Not necessarily lonely, but there aren't many people who understand this walk. And light workers are totally misunderstood anyway. So if that's what you're afraid of, then the life, sun, like all of this here, a supportive leader, tolerant, empathetic, compassionate, diplomatic, emotionally balanced, right? Controlled. This is everything that you want to be. This is everything that you are when your light is on. The sun, the moon, the star, when the light is on, when you're operating in your magic. Okay? Now, you really gonna have to put in the work here though. You are really, there's work to be done. And the first thing I would say is, if you live with her, your first goal is to get your own place. Let that be the main focus. Okay? It's getting your own place. You don't have to work on anything emotional right now. The first thing you need to work on is getting your own place. That's your goal, right? If you don't live with her, then you move on to the next thing, and that's setting boundaries with her. Because even if you get your own place, this kind of energy will still want to overstep. So you've got to get clear about your boundaries, and you've got to stick to them. Like I say, it doesn't have to mean being rude or mean. You're being enough of that anyway, right? But learn how to soften your tone and be firm and set those boundaries. Once you get those boundaries in place, get you a routine, right? A routine, a morning routine, a work routine, an evening routine, and kind of work through your routines, okay? Just focusing on yourself, focusing on skincare, hair care. Yeah, men need to focus on those things too, right? Keeping your house clean, keeping your clothes clean, like really taking care of yourself and your environment, keeping your house clean, getting to work on time. When you get home, making sure that you're taking care of yourself and replenishing yourself for the next day's work, right? And the idea is not to settle into the routine to hide from people. This hermit card is not telling you to be a recluse. It's telling you to do just some soul searching and connection to your true light and who you are. Okay? To tap into your inner guidance, to raise your consciousness, start meditating. Take a few minutes to meditate in the morning when you get up, and a few minutes to meditate when you get home from work in the afternoons. Okay? And if you work nights, just work that around it, before you go in, for your night shift and when you get off. Okay, take a few moments. I would say 20 minutes. If you can't do 20 minutes, start with 5. And meditation doesn't have to be major. It can just be you sitting with your eyes closed and just letting your thoughts wander. You don't have to try to control them. You just letting them process themselves while you're sitting still, quiet, eyes closed, nothing going, no TV, no phone, no anything, as quiet as possible. All right, and just let your mind wander. Set you a timer for 20 minutes. Put it across the room so you don't be feeling like, constantly checking it, and just be still. All right. If you're not allergic to animals, get a pet. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a dog. It can be a cat, something that, that you can help take care of, but that's kind of independent as well. So a cat would be perfect. All right. So, yeah, that's where I would start if I were you. And I would tune into podcasts that help heal men when it comes to feminine relationships, not the ones that tell you how bad women are and women are only good for your money and they only want you to work and once they leave you, this will happen to you. No, that's not what you need. You need to tap into the true divine feminine nature. You need to understand it because you have had the opposite shown to you. Okay. And because you're a light worker, you have to be able to connect with the feminine energy because it is the divine collective, the divine masculine and feminine that's going to raise the divine energy in the earth. Okay. So as a light worker, you have to be a part of this. Well, you don't have to, but you can choose to be a part of it, or you can stay in this darkness that you've been, just fighting through, white knuckling your way through. Okay. All right. End of reading. If this message resonated with you, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. If it doesn't resonate with you, but you know someone that might can use it, go ahead and send it to them. Remember to always be authentic and true to yourself. All right. Authenticity, authenticity, truth, and love. These are the highest vibrations on the earth. And I want you to always stay connected to those. Okay. Until next time, I am Umi Jua. And you have been read.